and sister-in-law are getting ready to have a baby, and I found this cute basket at the Goodwill. So I brought it home and I made this bumper to go inside of it. It's made out of cotton gauze, and it has batting, quilt batting in between the layers. So it's 2 layers of cotton gauze and then the quilt batting in there. And then I attached it to the basket with ribbons so that you can take the lining out and wash it periodically if you need to. But now I want to make a pillow to go in the bottom of the basket, kind of like a cushion or mattress, if you will, so that that pillow can be washed more often, and so it's a little bit more soft and cushiony for the baby. So I have a piece of cotton gauze fabric here, which is the same print as what I have used, and I'm just going to put the basket on the material and then trace around it with this pen, which is a heat pen, so it will disappear with heat. And for something like this, I would like a 1/2 inch seam allowance or a centimeter seam allowance. So I'm just tracing it at the base of the basket, and that will give me a 1/2 inch seam allowance by the time it goes inside, which will be perfect. So with that traced around, I'm going to remove the basket and then cut this out. Now the basket is not perfectly oval, as you can see, so there's quite a variation. So I do need to mark these pieces here, that these are the top of the basket, so that I get them to the right side. Eventually when I sew this and fill it with stuffing, I want to be able to tack down part of the cushion to kind of get a little nest area for the baby to be in. So I'm just going to draw a little area. And now I need to make the sidewall of the cushion, because I want this to be a cushion that's nice and tall. So I'm going to do the walk it out method of measuring, starting here, and I'll just go around to figure out how long of a strip I need for the sides. And it's coming to 149.5 centimeters, or that would be 58 and roughly 3/4 inches. So I would need 2 of these, and I want to make them, I think, 3 inches tall, so that the finished product will be 2 inches tall. Maybe I'll go 3.5, so it's 2.5 inches tall. I think that would be nice. So now I'm ready to sew these, and I'm going to sew these 2 strips together, so it's a nice big long strip, and then I will be attaching them to the bottom piece and then to the top piece and sewing those together so that we have a cushion with a nice tall sidewall. And then once they're sewed together, I will stop it with polyfill, and then I will go back and tie off that little nest shape that I created with hand sewing to create a little dip in the cushion for the baby. Here is the little cushion complete with the nest area, and now we're just going to fit it into the basket. So this part is the top. And there it is, all nice and set, ready for baby.